Hello everyone. Welcome in. This is Jerica J. Red Brumfield, your host, here tonight with the fourth episode of All Things Thursday. So come on in, come on in. Alrighty, hello. Whenever you come in, let me know where you coming in from, and also share your live, the live. We are going to call in our guest on tonight. This is going to be a great episode. We are talking about the devil think he is clever. Let's get our guest in on tonight. Hello, coming in from Baltimore. Here we go. And we're going to turn it so that when he come in, here we go. Once again, let me know whenever you come in, let me know where you're coming in from, and also share the video. We are about to get started. I thought it was going to go side by side today, but we are about to get started. Hello, Mr. Donald Anderson, Donald, Chris, and Terrell. Thank you all for coming in. We have tonight with us Mr. Rodrick Miller on tonight. And so, Rodrick, if you could to just introduce yourself, let us know who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Your phone is going. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Is everyone able
Hello?
to hear? Is everyone able to hear?
It's like you're going in and out. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Everyone, let me know if you are able to hear us. And we just want to make sure you're able to hear because this is going to be very, very good tonight. We don't want you to miss anything and anything that we're going to be saying tonight. Okay, someone said that they can hear.
Okay. Okay.
Just wanted to make sure. So if you could to just introduce yourself, let us know a little bit about who you are.
Well, my name is Rodrick Miller, of course. I'm from Columbia, Mississippi. I, I'm 36 years old, and I'm basically just a man who's just out here trying to be the best man I can be. Uh, I have four beautiful kids. Um, Unfortunately, one of them passed away 2 years ago, and just out here trying to touch lives and make people understand that life is what you make of it, basically. and God is He's on all our sides.
That is correct. So, 36, you said you have four children. One of them have passed away. Um, I know that is not easy with anybody pass away, but I know we're going to get into that. But can you tell us about your story on tonight?
I can't even hear you. Hello?
Yes. So,
Yes.
can you tell us about your story?
My story? Okay. Basically, yeah, like I said, I had a child that passed away, and it's been tough. I also, if anybody's wondering, The Devil Think He's Clever is also a book that I wrote, and in this book, I dealt with a lot dealing with me on how I overcame a lot of obstacles, and overcame. That was just, a lot of men go through. We go through a lot when it comes to uh, women and trying to live right and just trying to be better every day can be a battle. So with me, I've overcame a lot and I've also failed. But um, my situation is nothing can keep me down. I'm always, a challenge is always what I'm about. And just being better day by day. Uh, Me losing my daughter, it was it was devastating, and it hurts. And at times, I don't want to be here. You know, I wanted not to kill myself, but just give up on life. That was something that was just I wouldn't wish on anyone, and it really changed my life for its perspective on how I look at life. Period. You know, and it's definitely been a very hard battle, but with God, He shows me a lot, and I just keep moving regardless.
So, how old were you when you lost your child?
I can't hear nothing. I'm sorry, I can't hear anything.
Do you have any headphones?
Yeah, it's like a echo.
You may want to take your headphones out.
Okay, what did you say now?
How old were you when you lost your child?
Uh, I was 34. Yeah, it was just 2 years ago.
34, 2 years ago. And you
Yeah.
said you have four children. Are you raising your children? Are you a single parent? Are you still, do you have all your children?
No, no, I have four children, and like I said before, life definitely uh, was definitely when I was younger, running the streets. I end up having four different children, mother, and so, but I raise them the best that I can as a father. I've fallen short, of course, but for the most part, you know, my kids know that I love them and I'm gonna do anything I can for them. You know, so it's been tough for them as well losing a sister. You know, because my son is 13 and one is soon to be 15, so they understand. You know, and it hurt. You know, my 4-year-old, she don't know anything about it really, but she see a picture and she like, that's my sister. So yeah, they don't live with me though.
So with losing a child, how did that feel to you in that particular moment? And also, I know you said it lasted, it was 2 years ago. And what is it like now for you?
Um, whew, that's like I said, that's really a feeling that I wouldn't wish on anyone. But losing her, it was it was really like unexplainable. You know, I got to the point to where, like I was saying before, like I know how it feels. Like when two old people been married forever and one of them died not too long later, another one passed away. That pain be so, it be so devastating to the point to where I literally could have sat down and died. Like my my heart was so torn to, if I would have sat down long enough and just gave up on life, I would have been gone. Like it was
Wow.
it was definitely uh, something that I wouldn't wish on anyone. A lot of people didn't understand. I got a lot of criticized, about certain things that happened before she passed, and people said I did this and did that, and people gonna be people. They don't talk about you regardless. You know, I
What kind of criticism can you possibly get in this particular situation?
who a lot. It was like it was me and my sisters planned a trip before we found out she was sick, and I had a little talk with my daughter when it was time for us to go, and I told her, I said, "Baby, I'm going to Jamaica. But if you don't want me to go, I won't go." And she had just got through with radiation, and she was home for the holidays, so they sent her home. So her mom let her come over a few times, but for the most part, she wanted her with her, which I understood because that was a life changing experience. So when I talked to her and told her, she was like, "Okay, Daddy, you gonna be back before chemo start, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be back. I'm just going for 3 days." So during this time, uh, people were saying, his baby on his dying bed and he wailing Jamaica, and that's sad, and that I was taking money and that it was donated to us, and I was on a trip with it, and yeah, it was definitely like wow. And these were people that some I knew and loved, and some I did know, but a lot of them was like, it hurted. It hurted. But, like I said, I always knew that people gonna be people, so they never really bothered me, when it comes to people talking about because that's just part of life. You just gotta be able to roll with it, and I refuse to let anyone take my blessings because of my anger at them being, you know, hating on them or hate them. I'm never gonna hate anyone for whatever reason that they may have. Everybody got their own opinion. So it's my place to just keep being right. You know. So
So around this time, I know we had talked about some of the things that you went through. So around this time when you lost your daughter, what else was going on in your life at that particular time?
Um, I also got hurt at work. The company I worked for um, almost 9 years, and I was on the telephone pole and basically fell and the some bulging disc in my back in my lumbar. So I ended up having to have two back surgeries and lost everything. I had my place in Louisiana. I lost it. Repo cars, repo. Had to move back home with mom. Uh, it was it was definitely a test of my faith because at this time, you know, as a man, it's hard not to be working. When you got three
Yeah.
kids at the time, I had three kids to try to see about, and I was hurt, and of course, people gonna be people. They gonna say, "Oh, he ain't hurt," and but they don't see what's behind the curtains. When I lost everything, who would fake just to lose everything? So, as a man, it was real hard because I'm used to working. My dad raised me to be a worker, you know, and when it happened, had to move back home and got a lot of criticism about different things for is me not want to do anything or not want to pay child support. It's just people being people, you know.
Yeah.
So that definitely was something that really, and I had that, and then you know, right after that, losing my job, you know, I I lost my sister. I lost a sister as well, and that was hard because we were real close. And then I lost a grandmother, my dad's mom, and life is definitely through it's different curveballs my way, but me, I don't give up easy. Everybody, people don't even know. Some people don't even know what I've been through, and they see me, they see, oh, right, he's smiling, you know, you, you never know, you know. But my thing is, I'm a fighter, and I'm meant to be something great, and I knew it. And everything that comes my way is like, okay, I got to be, getting ready for a blessing because no way I can stay down. You know, so it was definitely a lot on my way. And then a daughter died. So,
So all this happened after she passed away, or all this happened before your daughter passed away?
all this happened before my daughter passed. For is me
Wow.
getting hurt and losing a grandmother and uh, losing a sister. Yeah, losing an aunt that was close. Yeah, all this happened before I even, lost my daughter.
What kind of emotions, like this is a hard thing right here. What kind of emotions were you feeling at this particular time? I know I lost the job um a couple of times, and some people on here may have lost, a job. You may have lost a pet. You may have lost a car. you may have lost something, but losing a child and then losing a sister and then losing this person and that person, what kind of emotions were you feeling at this particular time? Because it's not like you just, lost a pair of keys or anything like that. This is something very, very more deep than that. So can you tell us like some of the emotions that was going through your body at the time of all of this stuff going on?
Um, for the most part, I'm gonna say it like this because I look at everything, with the natural eye and also in the spiritual eye, and a lot of things that I was raised on for is knowing, knowing the enemy, knowing the devil, knowing when he's throwing things at me, knowing, that things are going to get thrown your way, and I've always been the type of where I thought about, like some would just tell me, get ready, some things are gonna be thrown your way. So
Wow.
it was more of, and what's so crazy is I was looking at uh he wrote something about Job. He said like the story of Job, and I was like, yeah. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, because I used to always read that story as a kid as well, and that was one of my, uh I would say, it would pump me up because I would think about how he lost everything, but came back twice as good, triple. He got triple the blessings. And so
Right.
that helped me out a lot with some things, but it still didn't take away the hurt. You know, and it was really like I knew that the devil was attacking me on some things. I knew that he wanted me to give up. I knew that he wanted me to curse God. I knew that he wanted me to just call it a quit and just do whatever, go out and just be stupid basically. And so with that happening like that, I just sit back and I just say, okay, if I'm down, I got nowhere else to go but up, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say that it has been real hard and a lot of times, like now, even now, I wanted to give up on life. Like I'm human, so at times I cry. I miss my daughter tremendously. You know, I miss working. You know, I miss just being able to just be who people have known me to be. Just this guy that was just happy go lucky. And I'm gonna do that anyway. So no matter what I go through, people will never know because I'm gonna keep smiling and keep going because I know that I'm good. I'm breathing. So somebody out there might need me. You never know who's gonna need you. Somebody might not be as strong as I am. Somebody might can't handle it. Somebody might can't even handle losing, a dog. They're all
Right.
precious. So why not stand tall for somebody out there? Because you never know. You know. So that's why I continue to go regardless. Nothing gonna stop me. Until I leave, I'm gonna be in this world with smile, playful, you know, travel, and just continue to write. I got some more stuff I'm writing now, and it's just the way God put me here because He knows that I'm a strong individual. So that's why I know that I got to keep pushing.
Yes. That is very, very, very touching, honestly, because a person can go through like so much, and a lot of people just check out.
Right.
They can't take it anymore. They want to like kill themselves, and some people do. Some
Yeah.
people actually are gone because they cannot handle all the stuff that's coming at them constantly, or the stuff that even come at them even once. Some people just can't even handle it, and they are ready to go. I know you said you felt that way. Have you ever just wanted to just like, I'm done? I know you said you felt like you was done, but did you ever want to take your own self out at this point?
Um, in a way, but at the point that I was, I didn't have to do nothing. That's how much hurt I was in. I didn't even have to, and it was so
What
much
what do you
pain.
mean? What did you mean you didn't have to? You didn't have to.
It's more like my body. I was literally sitting in my car, and the pain in my chest was so strong. It felt like somebody had a hold of my chest like this and was just squeezing. And when that happened, I can feel it like just I was telling myself, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to. All you got to do is just just sit here and just give up on life, and your heart will stop. And
Wow.
I can actually feel it, like literally. And and all I had to do was just lay down. I would have died because it was that much hurt, because it was a lot. Losing a child, people talking, and me just wanting to be better but couldn't do nothing about it. Watching my daughter go from full of life in gymnastics to just all of a sudden the doctor says she has a brain tumor, and 4 months, I mean, for 4 months, every day we watched my daughter like in the hospital. It was hard to hold back tears to try to talk to her and her, you know, and honestly, she made me a lot stronger than I'll ever understand, because she didn't ever ask Daddy, why me? You know, why I gotta go through this, and why y'all crying? She never asked us anything. And I know she could see it because our eyes were red every day. Me and her mom would take turns leaving out the room because we couldn't take it. It was just that much pain. And then on top of that, and trying to come back to reality. And the hardest two things that happened that just made me want to just give up was her last day here, telling her it was okay to rest. You know, that was one of the things that really just was hard, because I knew she was holding on for me, you know. And once that happened, and she, like, not even 5 minutes later, just I watched I watched her mom hold her, and we watched her take her last three breaths, and that was tough, you know. And then
Wow.
once that happened, her mom went to sleep, like was holding her. I ain't gonna say she was asleep, but she was just there. And just watching how strong she was trying to be. And them coming in there, and they told us to go to the back. And we went to the back. I messed up and came out and seen them throw my baby in a body bag. And
Wow.
just, it just was, and that feeling made me just say, okay, you don't even have to be here anymore. Just give up if you want to. You don't, I mean, You don't even have to. I didn't even have to take a gun. I ain't have to slice my wrist. All I had to do was sit there and just give up. That's how much hurt was in within me.
That is something that you said that you didn't have to kill yourself. You didn't have to pick up a gun. You didn't have to slit your wrist. You didn't have to pick up pills and overdose. Just the hurt alone messed up your insides. It messed up your mind. It messed up your bones and your organs itself. And if you would have just made up your mind in that moment and said, just this is it, you would not be on this live today.
Right, right.
And I know we it's just like you said one time, it's just like how the older people when they lose someone and then a couple of days later the other
Yeah,
one is gone.
gone.
So that is like the same feeling that they get, and I mean the reason why they pass away,
Yeah,
because it's so much. Wow.
it's it's so much. It's so much hurt, and I can see how they say Mr. Johnny passed away. And it's like I can feel that now because Mr. Johnny just was laying in the bed. Mostly that's what happened. It don't be no real bad cause. It's just they gone. And that's because they loved that person so much, and they cared, and that the grieving hurt it so bad to where it was like they might as well go too. And so that's
That is heart touching. Everyone, we are on with Rodrick Miller. We're talking about the devil think he is clever. If you have not shared this video, share the video, like it. Also, we're going to be doing a giveaway as well for those who shared the video. So make sure you share the video. This is a very, very good story. I believe that somebody's life can be changed and impacted by it. So whenever you come in, please share the video. Um, and so you said that you was this close. If you wanted to, you could leave here.
mhm.
What was it that kept you here? What was it? A thought? Was it a person that walked by and encouraged you? What was it that changed your mind from just like wanting to, give up at that particular moment?
um what happened was I like to drive and ride when I'm have a lot on my mind. I just ride. I just drive. And I ended up at the mall. I mean, at the theater, and I was just sitting there, and I was contemplating on this. I could see the picture as clear as day. I can see my mom driving up and friends driving up, and everybody knowing that I literally just died in this spot. You know, and
So you had a vision of your death.
right, right, right.
Wow.
So so when it happened, I looked up, and I love to go to the movies. I go see whatever. I just love to go to the movies. It helps me relax my mind at times as well. So I looked up, and there was a movie called The Shack, and it's also a book. And my mom made me read this. My mom used to make me read books all the time when I was younger. And so as a kid, I read this book, and I thought about the book, and I was like, I wonder if there's anything like The Shack that And so me going through, I'm talking about eyes bloodshot red. I've been crying. I just don't want to be here no more. And some just said, go see if it's like the book. And I went and watched. And long story short, the man went through the exact same thing, but in a worse way. You know, his daughter got killed and everything. And this man had to forgive the man that killed his daughter in order to live, basically, you know. And I was
Wow.
that blew me away. And so I had I had 4 long months before she, even though it was hard, I had 4 months with her, well, short months, to to be with her before she passed. But this man lost his child from getting beat. She got beat up and she got raped and then she got killed. And I was like,
Wow.
ain't no way I would have been able to live through this, you know. And if he can do that through that, and I can do that through this. And who's to say someone won't see me and be like, wow, you know, even though, you know, I know some people that lost a child at birth and it hurt, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe that might happen and they might say, well, my situation not as bad. Let me put this gun down because if Ryan can make it, then I can make it, you know. At least he had 10 years with his daughter and I know it's killing him. So even though, yeah, carrying your baby for 9 months and then losing them probably would be devastating. I don't know how to feel, but I'm pretty sure it'll be devastating. So I don't know what it was about, you know, God put me in this situation, but I do know that I got to carry on because someone out there needs needs to hear this.
Yes. What we go through, it'll be able to help someone else's
Right,
life. And your
right.
story and your testimony of what you have went through and what you have overcome will most definitely help somebody else get through their hard times of losing a child. Someone says, did the drive for your book come before your loss or after your loss?
Actually, that was another thing that happened. I wrote the book in 2013. That was right before everything took a turn. And I was at work and I always wanted to write and some just said take off. So I took off that day and I sat down at like 6 o'clock that morning and I didn't move till 6 that evening. And I was just writing. And when I looked up, excuse me, I had paper everywhere. I had been writing all day.
Wow.
And it was just based on my life and things that I faced and things that has happened for us when I was out there just living a life that I thought that I was big and bad enough to do, you know. Because for one, I was raised in the church, you know, from way in the beginning all the way up to 18. We was in church at least 2 times, 3 times a week. And so my thing with the situation with my book was I knew how it felt to be in the church and not want to be there. And I knew
Mm,
how it felt to read the Bible and not understand, you know, what it was saying. So I wrote this book because the devil don't want us to be able to comprehend what it said to help.
mm-hmm.
So my stories are very relatable to people and they're like, oh, that's what that scripture means. I never knew what that meant, but I put it in like a story and my life happened and then I put the scripture behind it And then they like, oh, that's what that means. And so it's really like, I think the book helped me along the way now, because I pick it up and read it now and be like, man, how did I wrote it before
Yeah.
this happened, and now I got to basically live up to what you write about, right?
Now you gotta apply it to your own life.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's definitely how that went. So it was actually before everything happened.
The devil think he's clever. Why that particular title? What does that mean?
Um, for the most part, the devil think he's clever. I was actually just sitting there, and basically he don't want you to know his tactics at all. He's very manipulative. He's always trying to get us to see things the way they aren't, but we think they are, you know. And so, what made me title it that is because he will try to, in one hand, have us looking at a situation that we're going through, and we think it's all good, and we looking at it and we focus on that, and all along, in the other hand, he's stabbing you in your back. He's basically trying to kill us, you know. And that's the cleverness of him. He distracts us with all kind of situations just to try to kill us, you know. And so
Wow.
that's exactly why I, because at the end of the day, I know what he's trying to do, you know.
So that is good. How you said that the devil will put something in front of you to try to distract you from what he's actually doing in the background to
Hmm.
kill you. What are some things that he put in front of you that you fell for, um, and you didn't know what he was doing in the background? What are some of those things?
Um, One of the main things for me was, I would say, uh, a woman, sex. You know, I I was a guy who didn't like to be alone. You know, when I was in college and around from 19 to, well, 18 to almost 30, close to 30, I loved the woman. You know, I had to, I hated to be alone, and I was faced with a lot of temptation, and I will say I failed a lot. You know, and
Yeah.
and it took me to understand that he was attacking me on every corner, you know. And I'm just thankful because, all the things that I did, God protected me. You know, I was I was a man that when I turned, like, I say about 28, I was watching commercial about STDs and stuff, and I was like, I'm finna go get tested. And so I was I was scared to death to go to get tested. And
My
once I
God.
got there, and I said, Lord, if I ain't got nothing, I ain't never getting like this no more. Like, I was,
That's like everybody. Lord, if you get me out of
if you
this
get me
one,
out
I
of
ain't
this
gonna do it
one,
no more.
I ain't gonna do it no more. That's
You
exactly
done
how
all said it.
I was really just, I was, man, it was crazy. But, that was something that he attacked me with, and in and out of relationships. And I really know that, you know, without knowing at the time that a lot of things was generational curses, you know.
Yeah.
And so not knowing, you know, my dad has 8, 9 kids, you know, his dad had 15, 16 children, you know, from what he told me,
Wow.
you know. And then, you know, on my mom's side, you know, my mom ain't got, it's just me. So, but it's a lot of, my grandmother's dad had a lot of kids, you know, and her dad has a lot of kids. So my mom's dad had a lot of kids. So it was a lot in there, you know, and the devil knew exactly what he didn't want me to know when it came to the situation. So that's why, you know, you got to know your enemies. You got to know what's going on because
That's good.
he's clever and he's always trying to get us to not understand what we need to understand just so he can kill us.
Yes. So you said that your parents had a lot of kids. Did you ever look at that and say, this stops with me? I'm not going to have all these kids. I'm not going to have all these baby moms. Did you ever think about that um, at the time?
No, not at the time because I was too busy being manipulated. I was too busy being distracted by what he had right there, you know. I was too busy, even, you know, at the time, it was like I knew that it was wrong. You know, I was raised to know, you know, you don't supposed to be having sex with all these women. You don't supposed to be having sex till you married. You know, I knew all this stuff, but it was just something about me, within me, that just was like, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do, you know? And so that's why I did what I did because it was just felt good to me at the time.
At that time.
At
But
the
it has
time,
so many
so
of the
many,
consequences and
so,
all that stuff behind it. So if you
right.
listening out there, listen to Brother Roger.
Oh yeah. Oh
so,
yeah.
so we got one more question. What did you expect for the next part of your journey going forward? What do you expect for your next part of your journey going forward?
um, truth be told, I expect a lot of blessings from what I've been through, you know. Um, I expect things to change for the better for us when it comes to my book. I really believe that it's gonna be something great soon. And I believe that I'm gonna touch a lot of people with the book and with my testimony. And what I look at every day for myself in the future is to just strive to be better, you know, strive to show someone that it's okay to go through this or it's okay to go through that, to just be the best version of the book Rod can be, you know. I look at
Yeah.
things I look at things when in the Bible and different great books, and I say, what if I say to myself, what if you was a book? What kind of book would you be? And
Mm.
so a lot of times when I do certain things now, I think about that book and like, would you want that to be in that book or would you want it to be this way? So that for me it is just being better and to show someone because God put me on this earth to go through everything so I can show someone that there's a better way. And I got some more books that I'm writing, and that's my future, you know.
That is good. That is good. Any encouragement to the men that may be listening and also young men that may be listening, what would you like to say to them?
Yeah. Um, One thing I will say is you got to be yourself. Be the best version of yourself you can be. Don't let nobody tell you that it's wrong for you to do certain things that God has put on your heart to do, because you're going to get that a lot. You're going to get people to say all kind of negative stuff to you, you know. And the best thing to do is follow what you think you need to do and do it, you know, and to understand that it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get real hard. But it's not how hard it's what you do after the test has gotten hard. That's what the story is all about. How you react to the things
Yes,
that you're faced with.
yes, that is good. So this concludes the night. If you all enjoyed it on tonight, you could just give us some hearts and also comment how you enjoyed it as well. We are here with Mr. Roderick Miller. He talked about his story on tonight. We did have some technical difficulties at the very first beginning, but I do believe that this story will help somebody and will change somebody's life. And so thank you all for coming in, and we just want to say a prayer with you all at the end of every single one of them, because we cannot do anything without the help of God. And some of you may be hurting right now from a loss. Some of you may be hurting from different things right now at this particular moment. And so I just want to pray with you real quick in this very moment, even as the story had went out, and if Roderick would like to, he could as well. Um, if you want to.
No, you can go ahead.
And so, God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this time. We thank you for this night. Thank you for everybody who logged in. And we also thank you for this story on tonight. And some people may be going through some type of hurt right now. Some people may be going through some type of depression right now. And God, we ask you for your healing in their heart, your healing in their mind at this particular moment. Lord God, we know some certain things may have happened in the past, but it all works together for the good if we love you. And so I just pray, Lord God, that you just help those who are listening at this moment, and to just give them that endurance and help them and give them that peace that they need in this particular time of their hurt. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank God. Amen. Amen. And
Amen.
I hope you all just be blessed. This is episode 4 of All Things Thursday. The Devil Think He's Clever with Roderick. He also have a book. So if you want to tell them about that, let them know about your book and how they can contact you and reach.
Okay. Four is my book. Uh, Actually, to get it, you can contact me on here, Facebook. For the ones, just inbox me and let me know if you want one, and I'll we can you can inbox me and I can get it to you. And that's that's the way I like to do it. It's definitely something for me to do. So you ain't got to go to no links or anything. Just come straight to me, straight to the source, and I get it to you.
Come straight to the source and get your book. The Devil Think He's Clever. He got more up in there about his book, so just go to him. Also, we'll be doing the giveaway for those who had shared it. The giveaway will be tomorrow by 12. And so thank you all for coming in. Thank you once again, Roger, for coming in and telling
No
us your
problem.
story on tonight. Somebody said, how much is your book?
They're $10. I'm asking for $10
Oh
for them.
wow.
Yeah.
Only $10. Look at
Only
that.
$10.
Only $10. So I'm about to say email, inbox him and let him know if you want a book, only $10, and he will get it out to you. And so thank you all for coming in. Y'all have a great night. And don't forget, share the video, let somebody know that we were on tonight. See you all next Thursday.